Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Unmuted. We are going to get into the technical side of voice acting tonight. I hope you guys are ready to just be given a wealth of knowledge for free. We have our special guest joining us once again, Mr. Cedric L. Williams. Hi, sir.
Hey
Hi, hon.
there, how's it going? What's up, Queen?
What's up, my king? What's going on? How are you? Oh, my God. That
I'm
was really
blessed.
loud.
Blessed to be here. No, it sounded good. Your acoustics are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm good, Queen.
Oh,
Blessed.
boy.
Happy to be here. Happy to once again possibly help someone get the help they need. And I just wanna be supportive and do my
Perfect.
thing and like make sure someone else gets their dreams to come true, you know?
Absolutely. And that is what we are here for. We are trying to build a community of Blerds, if at all possible. If you're not a Blerd, but you Black, you're still fine. You are welcome with open arms. We will teach you our ways. So, for tonight, well, the previous episode, let me start there. We got into the life and times of Mr. Williams here and just learned a little bit more about the industry, how he's managed to navigate it, and what he hopes to get into in the future. Also, very quickly, congratulations on Double Dragon,
Oh, thank you so much.
sir.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Can
Thank
you
you.
tell people what character you actually are going to be playing?
I play Marcus. He has dragon blood, and he can like turn his arms and into like dragon claws. He can summon like dragon powers. He's this really cool guy with like dreadlocks and this cool outfit, and he starts off as a boss, and then like after you defeat him, he gives you like some intel on the larger bad guys in the game. He helps you move forward a little bit.
Okay.
So he's
Okay.
really cool. I don't get to play a lot of cool characters like that. That's like in my deeper register and and he has more riz than I do. So I'm like, I like playing characters with more riz.
Well, he's also got like a target audience and time to think about what he's going to say and a team of people to actually talk for him. So that's going to help immensely, I feel like. Okay. Do you want to jump into this? Do you want
Yeah, yeah, let's
to
do it.
start to play for everybody? I have a few tips of my own directly from my humble abode. So, if you guys are willing to listen, I got a little bit of something for you. Here it goes. Hello, everybody. So, this is my setup. I often have to do a lot of deafening to my microphone in order to get the cleanest recording. That involves me closing my window and closing my door, and for really special occasions, taking all of the clothes out of my closet and being prepared to be extremely hot for an extended period of time. So, this is me talking with my mic without any of those things added to make this clean. Pay attention to the audio. I'm not going in my closet, it's too hot. Okay, we're going to add a pop filter. And the one more thing is a moving blanket. Why a moving blanket? Because this is very thick and you cannot let me keep 1 second. And ta-da! So this is the setup. If you can tell, you should be able to. The sound is much richer coming from me. It sounds like I'm in like a vacuum and it's just my voice. There's no echo, there's no pickup of little crispy sounds that I like to call them. This is an ideal setup. If you have a closet, use the closet. If you don't, or you're in a remote location, but you have those wireless mics with you that you can plug into your phone, a comforter, such as the likes of this, is going to help you immensely. So, I hope these tips help, and me looking like a fool underneath this blanket inspires you to take your stab at voice acting. Yee! That was me. It was hot.
First
It
of
was
all, Kira,
Yes,
Your
sir.
editing skills are incredible. I love how you, like, you cut out all the fluff, and you just like,
Yeah,
boop, 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 oh, oh, and then, like, the video is so cohesive. Like,
thank
the
you.
stuff you was posting on the page, I'm like, she cut out all the ums, all the, like, all the pauses. I'm like, "Yo, that's legit."
That's gotta go. Oh, believe me when I tell you that there were bullet points that I needed to make. Also, for full disclosure, I do not have to hold my arms up like this while I'm doing my recording. I have a full setup where I can actually drape the blanket over myself, so I don't have to hold anything up. It was a very quick video. I did it for the sake of getting it done so that you guys could actually hear the difference in recording and the quality of it. So you don't need that much. You do not need a full studio in order to record gold.
You just need a fairly good mic, some padding, some noise suppression. Like, clothes is really good at drowning out noise. The moving blanket, like you said, you can get those acoustic foams and put that on your wall. It is a more open space. Like, there's a lot of things you can do for soundproofing.
Yes, it like minor things
Yeah.
help
Oh,
incredibly.
I also, on my mic, I have an isolation shield. I connect my mic to this shield, and it's like the foam is around it like this, so it's like extra, soundproofing, along with my studio that has the acoustic foam. So, like, now nothing's getting in, no noise.
That's what I have too. My mic is a little bit too long, but it also helps me like brace it up. But like right, actually, I think I can show you guys. No, I can't show you. The padding is just right behind the mic here, so it helps to keep everything in this circle. I think it was like the whole setup itself was like maybe with the padding is like maybe $50
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Amazon.
It
Yeah,
went
yeah,
down. It was a little bit more before.
yeah. Well, because there's competition. It's
Yep.
healthy. So what can you tell folks about their first, I guess their first setup? Like for me,
Yeah.
I got like a cheap like $50 mic. It was not that was not I did what I could with what I had. Um
Yeah, of course. You have to start somewhere. My first mic was a Blue Yeti. Um, and I used it for a long time actually because I didn't know that it was not good for voice acting. It's good for like podcasts and interviews, but like for voice acting, not so much.
mhm.
Because it's a USB mic. And then I upgraded to an AT2020, and then I upgraded to an AT2035, and then I updated to an S87, and then I upgraded to a Neumann TLM 103. And then I didn't know about the interface too. So, because XLR mics are, they can connect to the interface, which connects to your laptop.
Yep.
And a good starting one is the Scarlett Focusrite. And
The 2i2
so,
baby.
yeah. And then I upgraded from that to a Solid State Logic 2. And then eventually I'm gonna upgrade to an Apollo Twin. That's like that's like the
Ooh,
magnum opus for home studios right there.
ooh,
I'm gonna
that
get
is
that next. That's on the
ooh,
list.
those are nice.
Oh
Those are
yeah.
nice.
Like,
Um,
when we needed to record from home, we needed to have the best possible sound. So that's why a lot of voice actors we now are because now we mostly just audition. We audition from home with now the good mics that we got during the pandemic to like when we were recording from home. Before we were using cheaper mics, and then like we had like a online sort of a group where audio engineers would tell us what things to get,
oh
and
my
that's how we
god.
improved our sound. So that time that was a very interesting time to be a voice actor because we had to like do everything from home and make literally a studio in our house. Even if we didn't have room, we had to make a closet into a studio, get some blankets, whatever we had to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a hustle for sure.
But at least but you know what? At least I'm sure that gave you a little bit more insight into what the audio engineers had to do
Oh
and
yeah,
maybe,
definitely.
sent them a Christmas gift.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we couldn't have done it without them. Like that we all came together and we all learned something. Like that's when I realized like Blue Yetis were not it for voice acting. I was auditioning for years with a Blue Yeti.
Did you but okay, but wait, did you get any gigs?
I got a few gigs, but I booked more when I got a better mic though.
and faster too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I what do I have? I think I have an what are you, beloved? First of all, this is a shotgun mic. If I could move my camera, I'd let you see, but it's very focused. If I move off center, it's you. Nope. Yep. Nope. Can't hear. If but I have to stay right here in front of the mic in order for it to capture my voice. The good thing about that is there's nothing on the side that's going to interfere with what I'm saying to y'all, or whatever I'm recording. So there are, depending on your situation, depending on your setup, make sure you figure out which mic you need to start with. If you are just messing around and you want to just see what your voice sounds like, absolute Blue Yeti it all the freaking way. Just test it out, just see how you feel, see what kind of range you have, which we are going to talk about tonight too. And just play around. There's nothing to lose but a try.
Yeah. And I
So,
will say, like, the NT Rode is really good for people with like deeper voices. So that's another good starter mic as well. The
okay.
NT Rode.
Okay.
Um, a lot of my friends that use that, I'm like, whoa, that sounds amazing. And the S87 is actually a clone of the U87, which is like one of the most expensive mics you can get. So they made a clone of it, a cheaper version. It's literally the same like build up. So think of it kind of like a Timu U87, but it still works and it's good quality.
Good. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna try to figure once this gets put up officially on the Blerd Station page, I'm gonna get a list of the mics that he referenced so that people will know what to pick up and what to look for, and like figure out what price ranges are for each other. Yeah, that's basically it. All right. So talking about mics, we're talking about setups. Can we talk about voices? I think the number one thing that just people gravitate towards is obviously making funny voices. Um, what people I don't think people think about is what the longevity of the voice that you have. Some people think that everything is supposed to be funny and quirky and squeaky and low and reverberating all the time in order to get some kind of a job. What are your thoughts about those thoughts?
The voice comes secondary. And, you know, maybe at one point back in the old days, like during Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera, voices were more goofy. But even then, when Mel Blanc was doing those characters, when he was every Looney Tunes character, he added a quirk to it. If you notice, every Looney Tune has a speech impediment or some sort of accent. Bugs Bunny, Bronx, Daffy, Lisp, Foghorn Leghorn, country, Southern accent,
Mm,
Tweety, Lisp, Sylvester, Lisp, um, Elmer Fudd. He says words weird, so kind of a lisp, lisp as well.
yeah.
So Pepe Le Pew, who's canceled, he had a French accent. Um, so do you see, like, even though he was doing voices, he added characterization to each voice. So I would say when you see a picture of a character, like the voice comes naturally. Don't let that be your first thing. Worry about the acting first, and the voice comes second. Like when you're, going over your lines, and when you're developing your character, when you're, doing your actor preparation,
Mm,
the voice. Don't let that be the first thing. Like if you're making a demo, don't like say, oh, I'm gonna put a deep voice here, a high pitched voice here, a robotic voice here. They're not voices, they're characters. Give them names and
mm,
occupations. Give them a scenario that they're in, because that'll build the world in your mind. And if you see it, then the audience will see it when they hear you. So that's how you determine a good demo from like a demo that's like just voices. So yeah, did I answer your question? Did I answer that correctly?
you know what? You
What
did.
part did I miss?
You didn't miss anything. It was you hit it. You hit it. I
Okay.
promise you, you hit it. My question was basically people thinking that it's just
Oh yeah.
making a
Oh
silly
yeah.
voice. Yeah.
It's not just voices. Like, when people say, like, I've had people ask me, "Oh, you're a voice actor. Can you do impressions?" That's their first like thing, and I'm like, no. Well, I can't. I could, but I'm not an impressionist. I'm a voice actor. I
Mm,
do original characters like that. I get cast in, and those are me. Those are my characters that I do. If you want me to do SpongeBob, oh yeah, I'll do an impression of one, but that doesn't make me a voice actor. Tom Kenny,
Mm,
who is the voice of SpongeBob, that's his character that he brings to life. So it's, that's what he does. He's not putting on a voice. I mean, he is, but he created this character. Like, if you hear how he created the voice of SpongeBob, when he saw the picture, he something in his subconscious, he remembered that he used to work at, like, he was at the mall, and this little person was a Christmas elf, and it was like kind of high pitched and nasally, and that's how he came up with the voice of SpongeBob. And the laugh, he brought in porpoise sounds from dolphins, and that's how he got the laugh. So like he didn't just go like, let me just make him like weird sounding, high pitched and nasally. Like he actually referenced someone from his life. So yes,
mm,
it's not about silly voices. A lot of cartoons now aren't even, they're more grounded now, like Arcane and like cartoons
yeah.
like Owl House. Uh, Castlevania has some of the best voice acting I've ever heard. It just sounds like they're right near the mic like this. They're not really
Yeah.
doing any sort of projection or anything like that. They're just sort of like they're just talking
They're
like
just talking.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like you know that's what voice acting is now. Like it's so many different styles. You do have the silly stuff, but you also have the grounded stuff. You have the adult cartoons that has more like dry humor. You have the little kid shows, which is more articulated when you talk. There
Mm,
are video games which are literally just like more grounded performances. You have like cartoons like SpongeBob. You have cartoony video games like Spyro that will require you to be more silly. But
mhm.
you just got to know the style, but it is not all just one thing. Voice acting has evolved into just acting, and whatever style is what you accommodate.
Yes. But ultimately, yes, you're having fun.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot to say that. Yes, have fun. I forgot. Yeah, have fun.
Even so I wanted to talk about finding your vocal range
Yeah.
as well. What did you know that you had a range? Did anybody teach you or push you beyond your limits with your range? And what does your range for now sound like?
Let's see. Well, I would just experiment. You know, if it's a voice that when you do it, it hurts after a while. You should avoid that. If it's something that's like something that you can do literally all day, every day, that's your range. Usually you'll get cast as your real voice, and if you're like in a cartoon or video game and there's like an extra character, that's when they'll throw something like, "Hey, can you voice like Soldier number 10,000?" And like like this little bird character right here, and they'll just have you think of a voice on the spot. But like you so range is just sort of you just sort of mess around, just sort of like see like what when you're creating characters for your demo, you just sort of like create characters that you like, that you would think that you would voice, and you just sort of go from there, and it builds over time. Like my voice now is a little bit deeper than what it was before, a lot more resonance, a little bit more bass, still youthful and high pitched, but um you kind of know what your range is based off the characters that you do get cast as. I
Mm,
get cast as a lot of high energy, youthful, young, nerdy, sometimes bratty. Just it just depends. Characters with heart, characters with emotion. Uh, you know, um, so yeah, you'll find it. You may not figure it out at first, but you'll discover it. Acting is all about discovering. So just have fun with it, and as you're like making your demo, you just play around with it, because that's the chance where you get to show what you can do comfortably. Like if you are gonna do an accent, make sure you can do that, like do Shakespeare in that accent, or be able to,
mm,
you know, the voice too. If you can sing in that voice, for that character, if you can laugh as that character, if you can see what that character sounds like when he's intoxicated, or I don't know, like experiment like in that character voice of different scenarios, not just reading lines, but sad, happy, sleepy, stuff
mhm.
like that. That's how you know that the voice is comfortable for you.
Okay. Okay. Hell. I did not think about that actually. And that sounds very fun. But
Oh, it is
hmm,
fun. Yeah, definitely.
I will speak for myself. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm gonna put your questions up in a second. I've never thought about focusing on being in that character depending on whatever mood it is that I'm in at that
Oh
period
yeah,
in time. Like if
yeah.
I'm super happy, like what does Lord Lithica sound like when she's happy, even if she's like a very demure and laid back? Oh, I'm very happy. Like I don't think about playing with a voice when I'm in that particular mood. So that actually helps. Thank you, sir.
No problem. See, we're all learning. Like even
Yes.
Kira's learning. She's a voice actress too. She's amazing, and
I,
she
wait.
be on the lookout for her. Yeah, like, also, when you
But
look
thank
at
you.
a picture of a character, that's when the voice subconsciously comes out. Like, cause if, see a little beaver character with big teeth, I like to put the energy in the teeth. You
Yeah,
know
man.
what? Maybe I like put it right. Well, I sound goofy right now, but let me ground him a little bit. Okay, let's say this is like a video game, and like it's like a serious video game where the beaver character is a private
Oh,
eye. He's not just a
get
goofy
out of my
character.
head.
Well, you was about to say private
I was
eye.
thinking detective. I'm like, oh,
Detective.
that would be fun.
So if I were to ground that voice, see, it's still a character voice, but I grounded it. I'm not just all the way up here, but maybe I'm like that when I'm excited. But when I'm talking regularly like this, I'm sort of just, the characterization is there. The energy's right here in the teeth.
Mm,
And like you look at the body posture, like if they're a bigger character, put it in the chest. Like your body, use your body when you're acting. So whatever the character looks like in your audition sides, look at that character and see like how they're standing. Like they have their hand like this. Maybe they're a
mm.
little bit more posh. Maybe they're a lot more proper like this. And you sort of ride the energy when you are voicing that character. Um yeah, it's a lot
Oh,
of fun. Like once you get into it, it can be really fulfilling as an artist. Like we are acting, we're not just doing voices. So
yes.
like, put your whole body into it, and you should be sweating after certain auditions. I know I'd be sweating.
Bruh, bruh. Can we, on that note, do you find, I think this is another tip, emoting when you are actually being the character, like doing big, like if you're doing big motions and you want to get that extra energy without like screaming, whatever you need to do in order to project that. If you're really sad and you need to get small, I find like all of that stuff
Yeah,
helps. Um,
definitely.
yeah, it's
And
cool.
so like what you just said, like without having to yell or whatever, like my one of my teachers taught me. Oh, and you asked me earlier, did anyone teach me about my range or whatever? I didn't take voice acting classes at first, but I eventually started to. I took Richard Horvitz and I took Charlie Adler. I actually just did a Charlie Adler class like 2 months ago. So yeah,
Okay.
no matter what level you're at, I'm like, I need to go back to Uncle Charlie and like, I need to learn something. I need to reignite my fire a little bit, and it
Mm,
really did help. I
bruh.
highly recommend Charlie Adler. He does
Charlie,
remote classes.
he's a god among voice actors. If you don't know, he has voiced all of your childhood animated characters. Ah, the Real Monster, um, um,
Cow and
um,
chicken.
Cow and Chick, Jesus, Cow and Chicken, Rugrats. Pick any, say a Nickelodeon show, he's been on it. If
He now
he's not,
directs too,
if he,
so he's incredible.
he is. I love me some
He's a
Charlie
true
Adler.
thespian, and he teaches you that, without giving away his curriculum, to just have fun and just take what you have and stop thinking, because thinking kills creativity.
Baby.
We're all up in our heads, and like, you know, um, I'm not gonna tell what he teaches, because I mean, I want you guys to take the class if you want to invest in that. But like, he'll reignite your imagination and make you feel like that you are an actor. Like if you
Mhm.
ever had any doubts, this is what you do. And, be creative, and like don't be afraid of like messing up a word, or like, that's easier said than done, but don't be afraid to mess up a word, or like having a breath in your reads, and like, don't be afraid to like switch it up. Don't The script is just like a guide is not the end all be all. You have creativity, especially during in an audition, to do what you want to make that character yours.
It is. Have you ever run up against a director, not a casting director, like the actual director of a show, or video game, where they want you to stay in a particular lane, or do you find that you've got a lot of creative? You haven't run into that as much when it comes to voice acting.
Yeah, it's a collaborative art, so they trust you as the actor that they casted in this project. Is it cast or casted? I'll say cast. Cast in their project, so you do what they say to do, and then if you have an idea, you're always open. Sometimes I'm like, if they like a line, I'm like, "Can I try something else?" And like, "Yeah, we got
Mm,
time, let's do it." And if they
mm,
like it, they'll keep it. If not, they're like, "Yeah, we kinda like your other take better." So, it's, you know, in a way, you do have some sort of control, but, it can't just be the Cedric show, like, or the whatever your name is show. You have to, like, be open to ideas. Like, you know, if you had like a preconceived notion of the character, when you get in there, maybe they like, hey, we like totally revamped the character that you read for. Are you open to like, doing it like this? And you have to be open to it. You can't have
mm,
like a set mind of the character because it could change at any moment. It can change on the spot. They can rewrite some stuff that you didn't prepare. It's all about adjusting and just having um, room for play.
mm,
That's what this is. It is a serious job, and yes, it is very like you'll have anxiety. You'll get rejected a lot. You'll overthink your auditions. I still overthink. Like I struggle a little bit with audiobooks right now. It's a new skill I'm learning. It's a different style of voice acting that I'm trying to get better at. But I'm open to like making those mistakes and learning from it and um you gotta adjust. As an artist, you are a moldable clay, and you eventually be the form that you're meant to be.
yeah. They see something in you. They just gotta pull it out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're not doing
it's
it all by
there.
yourself.
Mm. I have a question from our last live.
Okay.
This is from TJ. Actually, you know what, TJ, I'm going to save you for a little bit later. This is from Fitness by Sutton. He asks, "Was there a difference auditioning for games versus shows?"
Like cartoons? Yeah, there's a slight difference. Sometimes video games sometimes have a little bit more dialogue, or if it is a game where like it's attack sounds, you'll have your speaking lines, and then you'll have like weak attack, medium attack, strong attack, uh, dying, reviving, uh, attack sound, like just like all those things, like sort of
Like the
in your
the
audition.
the grunts, the versus
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
type of
Cartoons
things.
are a little different. It's not too different, but like just like the video games will have the effort sounds, and then the cartoons will be sometimes you'll have the lines of the other character that you can respond off of. Sometimes it's just your line, but it'll give you like so and so is here doing this, and then it'll tell you like the emotion that the character is portraying in this. I love those type of auditions because then I don't have to think as much like
Right.
what is this character doing? It tells you. So yeah, just slight differences like that. And like it depends on the show or the game, the energy, the genre. So you just adjust accordingly. But not
Okay.
a huge difference.
Okay. All right. That's yes. See, and that's me. That's me overthinking. So, I have one other question. Um, do you find serious roles harder or easier than comical slash eccentrics? And that question is from All Nerd Entertainment.
I actually find grounded reads a little bit harder because sometimes you can do too much, you can overact, and sometimes you'll think you're overacting, which will make you like doubt yourself, and then it won't come off as genuine. But on the contrary, when you're doing like a loud zany show, you could be too big and be too
Mm,
cartoony. So it's a balance. But for me, I personally find comedic roles easier for me because I come from a comedic background. I've had to learn how to be more serious, and when I do have a chance to be emotional, grounded, and serious, I enjoy it because it's something that I don't get to do often. Because I like to mask my emotions sometimes with comedy in my real life. Sometimes I was a class clown in high school, so I like to so for me when I get to play a character that's funny, like that's like me getting to let loose. I feel like with you know some of my teachers told me about this too. There's external energy and internal energy. Like you can be sad outwardly or inwardly, and that will depend. So like
Mm.
let's say like if I'm sad, I'm just gonna exaggerate. I'm being comedic right now. I'm being sad, but then I get like internalize it a little bit more. Just put it right here, as opposed to being loud with it. But yeah, it just depends on the energy.
Well, sir. Well, look at you. Claps, please. I mean, and that's this. I'm gonna fangirl out a little bit. I love it when a voice actor turns it up and turns it down on a dime.
Those are called dynamics. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that a voice actor should do. You should be able to switch from inward to outward to inward energy when you're doing a character. Like start off low, high, and then start off low, and then and then just sort of ride that wave a little bit, and then you get excited. But I don't like you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like manic energy.
Yeah.
Oh
Crazy
God,
as actors.
you get to be so weird, like doing
Yeah.
this stuff, and then go home and like I don't know, make tea and go to sleep.
Mhm.
Maybe do some crocheting. Okay, I and with that alarm, that sound means that it is time to get into a few reels. I want to come back to some of these tips, but I definitely want to hear some of the people that submitted reels for us because y'all are important to us. We want to make sure that you understand that Blerd Station is the place for you to feel safe with us. We're going to get into a few reels. The first person that I have.
Could I preface something before we go to
Absolutely.
the first one? We appreciate everyone that sent in demos, but there are some people that didn't follow instructions. And I'm telling you this because if you do this to like a cast director or an agent, you'll be dismissed immediately. Some people sent in on camera reels. Some people sent in like just a picture of something. Some didn't send in actual reels, but samples of their work. That can work to an extent, but if it's like a voiceover reel that they're asking for, it could if it's a visual reel of your voiceover stuff, that's good. But like if it's something where or something like this, or even for a casting director that's looking for something in particular, and make sure if it is a Google Drive link, make sure that you make access so people can get it because there was one that I couldn't like see because I didn't have access like to that file. Like you got to turn it on to public. And make sure your demo is downloadable too. There's a few reels that I couldn't download either to hear. I had to post links instead. So make it easy for the cast director to find the reel. But yes, as they're asking for voiceover reels, no on camera reels. Um, and like no like full blown project. Some people sent like their project like a full episode of certain things. I can't really like determine a voice like your voiceover skills based off like a web series that you did, a full series. Like it's quick. Like they gotta
Yeah.
if they want somebody, they gotta like they're like, oh, link, okay, reel, download, listen to it, done. Make it easy for the person and follow instructions if they say voiceover demos, so you can be heard and not miss out on anything. But I'm glad we were to catch this now before you go into the professional world before that happens. So
I'm sorry, my city is sitting very hard right now, and somebody needs to pull over, and apparently they're not doing it. And they're doing it right in front of my building, so that sucks a little bit. As long as I'm coming through clear,
yeah.
we're good to go. But please, if you are doing any type of voiceover work, actually, that might be a good point to make too. Sometimes you don't want them to see your face. You want them to hear your voice. It's like it's great that you look good, but that's not what we're here for. we want to hear what's going to come out of the character's mouth. If you look like the character, all right, cool beans. However, if you, I don't know, if you look like me, but you want to sound like somebody that's like a little airy headed, maybe you don't want to necessarily show this
Oh,
particular face because it's going to maybe have them think, maybe possibly like totally negatively or something, and just throw you out of their mind. It's like, oh, it's cool that you can do that, but maybe that's gonna come through. But that's just a tip. Who knows? You could actually have the opposite effect, but standard operating procedures, just send them your voice.
yeah.
Change that
Now,
file from an MP4 to an MP3 and make sure you submit it as such. Last pro tip: listen back to your stuff. 100%. Make sure that you can open up that file, send it to yourself, and see if you can open it. That's it. Okay, we are going to get into this first reel. This reel is by Claude Xavier. And here it goes. Let me get you up here, buddy. Hi, Claude. And do I boop? How do I boop? I want to boop it. There we go. Here we go.
Ah, what a beautiful day today. I'm so excited to see my friend. Not a problem. And Zara, I'm very sorry for everything that has happened with Rita. That's not the type of person you are, Flash. You're the hero. I'm the villain.
This court is a joke. I will sue all of you.
Nico's boy. He's got a good heart. Stays out of trouble.
David, Mom, Grandma, where are you? People are failing. I warned you it would come to this.
You know, I wasn't planning on starting the show here, but with an audience, I might as well.
All right. Claude Xavier. That I liked it. My baby ears are like, okay, that's good. I could see him in a couple of things. But I'm not the person that you want to get your judgment from. Mr. Cedric, what do you think of that reel? Are there any tips,
Yeah.
do's or don'ts that you can give to Claude?
Claude has a really good tone, definitely great for cartoons, and he can switch up his voice really good. He definitely needs some music and sound effects because that'll really bring out the demo. Because right now, he's showing all the characters that he can do, but like if he had like some music or like, maybe like do scenes where he's like fighting and more effort sounds, it could bring it to life. It needs to sound like an actual cartoon or video game spot. So that's the first thing that it needs. And there were some instances where I just felt like he could have committed a little bit more to his emotions, a little bit more levels on his emotions. But tone wise, he's great. He really has good range. But emotionally, I feel like he should explore a little bit more of his emotions, and not be afraid to commit to to some of his acting choices.
Okay. How did you get yourself there? What helps somebody get deeper into those emotions, or how to emote better through voice acting?
Just not being afraid, that mic being there, pretend it's not even there. And don't be afraid to cry in real life. Don't be afraid acting one-on-one. If you're angry, think of something that made you angry, see the scene. And again, don't just do voices. Before you do your demo, make sure those characters have lives and occupations and age. That will help you bring it to life even more. So it's not just a voice. And so I'm not sure if Claude did that, but you could definitely tell that he is interested in cartoons. He definitely has studied. I could tell that. But as far as fully committing, that just takes being vulnerable. That's probably going to be a note for all actors is just don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Like it's okay to like when you're being emotional, you stumble over your words a little bit. It's okay. We want to hear those tears in your voice. We want to feel that anger, and like if you feel it, we'll feel it. So yeah, just allow yourself to be vulnerable, because you're in that booth by yourself. No one else is watching, so just let go. Don't hold it back.
This might be a tip too. If you need to do a long record, if you have the capabilities to edit your reels yourself, or at least what you're going to send in to get gussied up, if you want to do a long take where you're building yourself up to that moment, you can do that.
Pre-life. Yeah, do some pre-life, and you can cut that part out.
Oh, it's pre-life. That's what it's called. Pre-life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like in every scene, like in a demo, those characters were doing something before we hear them. You got to know what that is, because then you're not just like, okay, first voice, I'm gonna destroy you. Like, what happened before he said that? Yeah. Like maybe he walked up into the clan that he's about to fight in the Middle Ages, and he's like, I'm gonna destroy you, because maybe they killed his family or something. So like, you got to know stuff like that. That'll like, it's subtle. You'll hear it, and it'll make it more fun for you as well. So it's not just like a line that you're saying.
I like that somebody gave me that tip years ago, and it changed my life. It definitely, it also helps you build your character, which lets you sit in it more genuinely too. That was a little pro tips. Okay. Anything else for Claude?
I think he'll be really great for cartoons. Like, he has a really good animated voice. He can play younger characters. We actually sound pretty similar. Like our tones are pretty similar. Okay. So like, I did like his voice a lot. Just a little bit stronger acting choices, and don't be afraid to commit, and you'll be solid. You'll get there. I believe in you.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's too far off. He's not too far off
at all. Just a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next up it's just going to be vocal. I do not have a website, luckily. This is Chris Remo with their character demo.
That's it! I'm going out there and taking out those space pirates myself! Open the door! Everyone, close your eyes! Radiant Blend!
If you aren't going to finish the job, then I will! I am done being in your shadow.
You took these memories away from me. I had a home, a family. What do you gain from destroying others' lives? I trusted you, and you made me your puppet! I know you all want to play this game, but I find it quite boring. Especially in my own home. You are nothing but a haphazard collection of mercenaries who drunkenly stumbled out and decided to cosplay as heroes.
The Snaremaster 5000 uses advanced tracking technology to perfectly create a snare trap at the press of a button like...
Well, looky here. A little birdie told us you'd be out treasure hunting in this neck of the woods, and would you look at that, fell right in our trap.
Okay, now we're talking. That is the difference between having background audio while you're doing your demo.
Yeah, it brings it to life a lot more.
Yeah, that
like, it hooks you in. It feels like you're actually listening to an actual cartoon or video game. Finish your thought, and then am I interrupting? I'm sorry.
No, not at all. I was like, I visualized a cartoon, like seamlessly, without having to think about where I would put him, and it was very easy to picture what kind of role he could play.
Yeah, villains for sure. Anime, he's great for anime. I felt that he really he committed to his acting choices. He committed to the characters that he was portraying. I felt he had a really good idea. And him adding those sound effects really painted the picture. So I believe that his demo is very solid. For the attack sounds, that's the only thing that I felt that he could have done a little bit more, actually the weight of the weapon, just a little bit more oomph in it.
Mm.
Maybe it's just because I'm hearing it over the in these headphones, but the attack sounds just need a little bit more oomph. But as far as his acting choices, I thought they were really solid, really good range of characters. I like that he added some silly characters in there too. But you could tell that his heart lies where those villains, those
Yeah.
villain kind of weathered grungy roles, like the cowboy character. So really great for anime and really great for video games. And I think this is a solid reel, really competitive reel.
It was really good. Okay, let's go to Erica. Let me see if I can get you in here, girly. Yes, Miss Erica Brown. I hope you see this. I hope everybody gets to see this.
Everything's getting smarter, so why not your car? The Volkswagen ID4 has smart safety features plus class-leading gas mileage, all at a pretty genius price. At Chipotle, we believe there's no substitute for real, authentic ingredients. Whether it's our responsibly sourced organic chicken or our farm-fresh veggies, make a list of everything you want to do on your vacation. On a Royal Caribbean cruise, you'll cover that list on day one. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. I use Febreze Fabric Refresher so often, it's like my special sidekick. Don't sit there before I spray. There, that was a close one. Ever fallen in love with lipstick? Well, get ready. Fenty's new Semi-Matte Grill Master, our most head-turning lipstick yet, only from Fenty. Managing your physical health is important, even when you're younger. So why should your mental health be any different? To find the mental health services your child needs, visit NAMI.org today. Everything's getting smarter.
All right, that was Miss Erica.
Really amazing reel. It's a commercial reel. Even though this was I guess people it didn't specify which reels to send, whether animation cartoons or animation video games or commercials. But when I heard this, it sounds professional. Her voice is very pleasant to listen to. She has really great diction and articulation. Her voice is warm and soothing, and yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it sounded like a real commercial. She's got some skills. I really want to hear what she sounds like doing video games. If she made a video game or an animation reel, I really want to hear what that sounds like. But this is a solid commercial reel. It sounds legit. She was in her bag on this one.
Yeah.
The production quality, her just how she sold each product, how you felt like you wanted to buy the product. I really, I said this already, but just her voice in general is just very pleasant, very, very motherly, very warm, very makes you feel safe when you listen to her.
Yeah.
And I liked her reel a lot. There's nothing really I can critique on that reel right there. I guess just I would like to hear you do a voiceover reel like a animation or video game one, because I think your voice is very grounded and amazing enough to do some video games. So I'd love to hear what you do with that.
I bet you that girl got range too. I bet
Yeah.
she sounded like she got a good villain voice too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Erica, good job. Very, very, very good job. Okay. Next up, we have, and I hope I'm pronouncing your first name right. I'm very sorry. It can go both ways. It is Jai or Jay Clark. Okay, and a go.
Today's maneuver comes with a prize and a cost. The losers will take over the winner's palace duties for a month. Whoever tags the Black Panther first wins. But anyone who is tagged by our king will be removed from the field and returned to the ship.
So that's it? Toss me into another world?
Hope it chews me up so you don't have to get your hands dirty. Right. Nobles don't scheme, do they? You people hide behind lies and let the rest of us bleed for you. Oh, I'm sure the noble's lapdog has many war stories to tell. Yeah, but it would be nice if it were Dad for once. Thanks, Mama. Appreciate it. Sorry about her. She tends to be a little ecstatic when it comes to things like this. My name's Yuki. I'm your older sister, and the Pomeranian stuck in a human suit is your younger sister, Sapphire. Rakai, get up, baby. Rakai, you can't keep doing this. You be safe out there, honey. Tell Trey's mom I said hello. Rakai, you are special in your own way. You'll make it big someday. Don't worry about what your father said. You're the best football player I know. Now fix your face and go. We're here to kick butt and take names. Back to the grind. All in a day's work. Surrender to the law. I might need a sick day. I'll just lay down for a second.
All right. I'm gonna go with Jai because she's a lady. So I'm gonna say Jai Clark. Pretty good. What are your thoughts?
Again,
Or tips too, actually.
in these production, these music, she has a very controlled voice, like very like you could tell that she's super grounded in her delivery. Very like I sense that acting wise, she has really solid acting skills, but I do think that she needs to like have a little bit more dynamics. She needs a little bit more emotional range on some of them because she likes to keep it very like controlled. And I would love to hear something that's not as controlled, a little bit more like even like her kid character could have been. That's where she could have like,
Loosen
Mom,
up.
what are you doing? Oh, Mom, I want the toy, Mom. Like just like have more. She has a very calm, cool, collected voice. Really love the Black Panther character that she did. So she, they're gonna ask us a lot as Black folks to do African accents. They're gonna ask us to do some Jamaican, accents like that. So that's good that you can do that Wakandan, which I believe is Nigerian, Kosha, different.
It's like a hodgepodge of
It's a
different
hodgepodge
African
of different
culture.
accents. But yeah, just a little bit more commitment on just a little bit more emotional range outside of your comfortable range, which is calm, cool, and collected. Don't be afraid to push the anger or the disappointment or the sadness of the characters that you're portraying, because you got that cool and collected down pat. And I want to see you go ham. I want to hear you like really like drive it in on somebody, because I know you got it. Like especially like you could have ended that Wakandan one like Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
Like you could have like ended that like with your like very like, because she was most likely a soldier or the Dora Milaje most likely, who are they're more composed.
Yeah.
But like they still like when they show respect, Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't,
more
you can still be restrained, but not loud.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, or what is it? Prominent?
Prominent, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, I don't mean to put words in your mouth, please.
No. I sometimes I have trouble articulating what I'm trying to say. I thought it was a very solid demo indeed. Like I just like want her to for the next one and moving forward. You don't always have to sound cool, calm, and collected. You can sound a little bit messy sometimes, depending on the emotion that you're going for. But I did sense she knew who she was talking to. That's a big thing too. Like your character, we're just hearing your character. So we need to hear that they're talking to somebody. And I did feel that she was talking to somebody.
Yeah.
In her reads.
Good. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Depending on it depends on the setting too. Like, but also more range.
Indeed.
Ooh. Okay. Good job, milady, Miss J. Okay, next up we have Kenneth Keys or Kesey. I'm so sorry for butchering names. I apologize profusely. Here we go.
Hold on, say what? There's no way you can tell me a shrimp really fried this rice. I guess you may have a point there. All matters do point to this being the logical conclusion. But at the same time, I can't believe it. There's no way that can be true. Long story short, Your Honor, I simply don't vibe with the law. I mean, technically I didn't steal anything. It was my stuff to begin with. So I don't really owe him an apology now, do I? Eureka! I got it. I knew it. All right, the truth's just within my grasp. One further push and this will be it for sure. Don't be ridiculous. I don't care what happens to the world. As long as you're here, then I can keep going. Without you, there's nothing I can do. So please, stay alive. For me, just sunshine and blue sky, just inside of you. So loud and clear, come fire, let it burn, our love comes racing through. Ooh, you're still alive, I can't apologize, no. Hold on, say what?
There's a loop. My word. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself, but please let me know what your thoughts are with this reel.
Okay, definitely, again, sound effects, music really makes a difference. I did feel like for some of these, you didn't have a character in mind. I felt like you were doing voices at times. I could tell that you put on the anime voice. You tried to do an anime character. You tried to do the inner monologue. I did feel that. I feel that for some, you needed to commit a little bit more to your acting choices. You definitely have a good tone. And also the singing at the end, you don't need that for this type of reel, especially like if it's an animation reel or there's a separate reel for that. A singing reel to show that you can sing. But yeah, I like how you did add a variation of cartoons and an anime in there and a couple, a few video game reels. I just think that you need to commit more to your acting choices and be a little bit more vulnerable and have a clear vision of who you're talking to and where you are in the scene.
Okay. All right. Good job still. Either way, thank you, Kenneth. I'm going to move right along here. So I know we are tight on time, and so I apologize for that. We are moving on to, let me see. Let me do this one. I think this one is going to be maybe a little bit tough. This is Richard Sutton's demo.
Introducing the Zenith X500, where luxury meets innovation. Slide into a world of comfort with handcrafted leather interiors. Experience cutting-edge technology with our intuitive infotainment system. The Zenith X500, redefining driving excellence. In the heart of the Amazon rainforest, countless species thrive amidst the lush canopy. Journey with us as we explore this vibrant ecosystem, where every creature plays a role in the circle of life. All right, team, this is it. We've trained for months. And yeah, maybe we blew up the training room twice, but today, we show the world what we're made of. You think I crave power? No, my dear. I am power. The moment you walked in, this game was already over.
Whoa! Did you see that jelly bean fly? That thing's got more bounce than my tail after 6 lollipops.
They've breached the outer wall. Grab your weapons. We move now.
We hold this ground, no matter the cost. Thank you for taking your time today and listening. This is Richard Sutton, and let's create something amazing together.
All right, Richard. Okay, so I will say for myself, it could be my system. Was he a little bit low?
Yeah, he's a little bit low. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just off rip.
It's an editing thing.
Yeah, it's an editing thing. But what are your other thoughts?
Okay, he combined two demos in one. The first part was a commercial reel because he did commercial spots, and then he went to his cartoon spots. Those are two separate reels. It sounds like he did like a comment, just like a whole like showcase of what he wants people to see, what he can do. But you would do a commercial demo separate from an animation demo. And again, music, sound effects would have made this demo make it punch a little bit more. I felt like for this one, he was doing voices. I didn't really hear a lot of characterizations with his acting choices. Like,
can you talk to the difference between that when you say characterization versus voices?
Yeah. Like, I felt like he didn't maybe like beforehand, like know who the character was, like age, occupation, just like little subtle things, age, where they are, who, what, why, when, where, like the 5 questions you ask before a scene, when you're acting. His instincts are good as far as like what you could tell that, he wants to do the soldier characters. He wants to do the cartoons. He wants to do like, you could tell that he has like the passion to do it, but how he executed it on this demo, he didn't really give that sort of like emotional and characterization that he needs for the character to appear what's the word I'm looking for? To appear believable at times. I felt like I was hearing voices. There was one character in there that I heard that, like your villain character. I think that was a very good range for you, and I felt that one. But the other characters, I felt you could have done a little bit more with developing your characters, not just like checking off a box of what voice to put on. And at the end, you don't also need like say, hey, this is so and so, and I hope to work with you. You don't have to put that on there on your demo. You're gonna be so good and so undeniable that you don't need to like put like that. They're gonna hear it and be like, this person knows what they're doing. Like that, you don't have to put that on there. It's let your work speak for itself.
Right. Like you're submitting the audition. The casting, the person that's casting already knows that you want to work with them. And the hope is the demo. The hope to work with them is the demo. Yeah. That's your sign off, is submitting that. Would you say?
Yes. Yeah. Like you getting the audition and just like, when you're sending it in, whether it's to your agent, have confidence in it, send it off. You don't have to, like for a demo, you don't need, like you could at the beginning say your name, but you don't have to put it at the end like that. Hey, let's make magic together. Like that's why I feel like this was like a showcase. He added like different things he wanted people to hear what he can do. But yeah, it's to separate the two demos, the commercial and like the commercial that who's the young lady earlier? Was it Erica, yeah, that was a commercial demo, and everyone else has done mostly animation video game reels. So yeah, those are two separate things, and it needs music and sound effects to really bring it to life and commit to the choices, your acting choices a little bit more.
But yes, hi Will. If somebody needs an audio editor, we've got some people in the chat that are more than capable of doing so. Okay, final one. Are you pressed for time? Are you good for this last one?
Michael Robinson's last?
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Mr. Robinson, I presume.
And fate has yielded its reward. A new world to call home.
Maybe we build a giant maze, yeah? Dose the people in it with fear toxin.
And hold on to your hula hoops.
How come we never get opportunities like that? You want to know what it is, you guys?
Because we're not talented.
We're not even in the heart of heaven, angels can still feel fear. I know what you're thinking, and it's crazy. I like crazy. My old enemy. You cannot hide from me. Me, inside your head, now. Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
I'm sorry, I really like this jacket. It goes with the entire outfit, the whole getup. It just completes the look, Imperious, okay? I get it.
Ugh. After Harley and I got disruptive, you know how'd we celebrate? By getting more disruptive. You understand so little.
This place is locked up tighter than a drum.
Come on over here, son. Hand me the paper so I don't need to use my grabber. That's a nice, muscly throwing arm you got there. We are here. We are waiting.
Excellent audition. Excellent, not audition. Excellent reel. That was incredible. So
wait, I got it.
The production quality, commitment. See, when I say commitment to acting, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you knew who he was talking to. You knew what the scenario was by listening to him. He was able to switch. There were even scenes where he was talking to himself as different characters. Like, he has incredible range. He has you could definitely tell that, like, he was having fun doing it. Like, he had silly characters, he had grounded characters. I have no critique for this demo. Like, and it had the automatically, guys, you hear, like, when it has the music and sound effects, how, like, it just pops. Like, as soon as it came on, Kira was like, oh,
pardon me.
Yeah, like, and he put his strongest voice first too.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, you know, this was a good example of like an excellent animation reel. It had everything that I've been saying that the other ones needed. Not saying that it's like the other people weren't good. It's like you add the elements to the demo. This, like, everything, outside, the acting choices, the commitment, the vulnerability, the variations, the range, the music, the sound effects, you get this demo right here. And it makes a difference, and you hear it. So excellent work on that one.
Brother, I blown away. Personally, my opinion don't mean too much.
Yes, it
but
does.
Blown away. No, bro. No, blown away. That round of claps, Mr. Michael Robinson. Keep doing what you're doing. If you can get better, I mean, my God.
Yeah, we can all get better, but as far as right now, his skills are competitive enough to, like, you could tell that he knows what he's doing, and that he studied, he knows how to put a reel together, and he's got that oomph, that thing, that energy that voice actors have, the ones that work a lot, he's got that. I sense it.
Sir, congratulations on something, because you got to get something at some point. I don't know where you've been all of our lives, but baby, I don't call me. Fully joking. Okay. Do you have do we have a few more minutes with you?
I'm here for y'all.
No, babies, but
I can't see the chat either. So so if you guys have been saying things to me, I can't see it right now. But
I am going to take care of that immediately. I promise you. Okay. So we have a question from today from somebody in the audience. Lore the Culture. This is his question. Is there value in reading well-known lines, or is there too much attached to stand out?
Are you talking about for a demo, like saying like Luke, I am your father, or
right.
I wouldn't, because your reel needs to be original material. Like, don't put Darth Vader or Christopher Walken or Nigel Thornberry or SpongeBob on your demo. Like, you can make scenes inspired by those things. Like, if you want a sci-fi spot, then make something that's similar, but don't be Darth Vader. Don't say an iconic line. People will know. Your demo needs to, like, when you get a demo produced, you'll have the the person that's making it with you, if you don't make it yourself, will collaborate with you, and you'll write little scenes together. Like they're not just saying, like, I keep saying this, like, it's not just voice one, deep voice, high voice, alien voice. This is Lester Miller, age 24. He is a detective that lost his wife, and he's looking for the person that killed her. Like and then, like, you write the scenario, a little bit of pieces like that, and then you write the scene. Like, okay, what's happening here? And it's not just one-liners. It's a whole, like, maybe a sentence or two, and it's enough to paint the picture of the character.
Yeah, if don't go too far into the lore.
Yeah, not too far, just enough for
Yeah.
you to see it.
Yeah. I'm kind of speaking for myself, because I'll bring up a whole backstory and like a family tree.
You don't
if
have to
you
do
give
all
me
that
the time to
now.
do that. No, do not do that.
Just do the bare minimum. Just know who you are, where you are, how old you are, who you're talking to, and what you want.
Yeah.
all you-
Keys.
So what I was saying earlier, when I said more commitment on your acting choices, that's what I was referring to. It sounds like most of these demos were produced probably by themselves, like they produced it themselves. Ask yourself, like, those questions beforehand when you do the character. So it's not that it's bad, it's just that if you added these elements to it, it will be even better than what you have now.
We were talking about this last week. If you're in this voice acting field, it's literally splitting hairs. So if whatever you can do to make yourself, like, I don't want to say stand out a little bit more, but just kind of like eke out one other person, do it. If you need if you want music in the background, put that in there. If you want an explosion that goes on, if you want like war sounds in the background to help build up your characters, the pew pews, whatever, swords clashing, add it. Add it and listen to it. If you can, maybe even play it for yourself while you're delivering your lines, that might help you as well. Okay.
It really brings it to life. Like, that was my note for a lot of the demos, is music and sound effects. I know it sounds crazy, but just when it needs to sound like an actual spot, an actual cartoon, video game, or anime. And if you have it in there, you'll listen back to it and you'll be like, yo, that sounds legit. Like, even when you like like the attack sounds, when I think one of the demos had like an attack sound. Imagine it if well, yeah, he did. This one did have sound effects, but I think there were some other ones where they were in a fight scene. Imagine if you did have the epper sounds and like the impact sound, like the hit sounds, or like the sword, like shoot, like added in there. How alive the scene would be, even more alive it would be.
Yeah, it makes a world of difference. So
you can never do too much. You can never do too much. Like, this is your canvas. This is your shot. This is your, in on camera world, demos will be your headshot. This is your headshot for voice acting. So make a lasting impression. Like, make sure it's the best possible that you can do. Don't start too early. Don't make a demo too early. Get the acting training that you need. Like, get those characters written out, and
also that.
Yeah, develop those characters. Yeah, and get you a good audio engineer. Audio editor.
Let me see. Oh, okay. And also, shout out to everybody that submitted their reels to us. As per the Blerd Station, gods above, you all took a step in the right direction by just putting yourselves out there. So thank you to everyone who participated and submitted. Also, I will say this: just because it didn't get played, don't mean it didn't get heard and doesn't get saved. That goes for anything that you do in the voiceover and acting industry. There are parts that you submit for that may not be right for right now, but could be used later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were things that I auditioned for. I didn't hear anything for 6 months. Or I didn't book the role, and then I got cast in something else because they liked my previous audition for something else. So you never know. Like, You know, so I just also want to say this as well, guys. The critique is not saying that anyone is bad, because I don't think any artist is bad. I think at every level where you are right now is where you're meant to be. But this is all just suggestions to improve on what you already have. You all have a gift, an amazing gift, and the acting skills can be sharpened, and you just gotta fully like delve into your craft. We all learn every day as actors. Like, you living life is you acting. You hanging out with your friends and family, experiencing those emotions. You watching cartoons and playing video games. That's part of your acting training. And once you put it out there, send out a product that you would be proud of. Like, if you saw this cartoon, you would enjoy it. If you heard yourself on your demo, so do that and have fun. Have fun doing it.
Oh, your
Take the
demo
pressure
should
off yourself.
your demo should make you smile.
Yeah.
Your demo should absolutely make you smile and not just be like, "Whew, that's out of the way."
Yeah,
That tends to
definitely,
help a lot. Let me see. Just general question. Do you I've heard two differing opinions. I've heard voice actors say, haha, celebration. You don't need to take acting classes because it will limit you. And I've heard the opposite. You need to take acting classes in order to hone your skills. I don't know which is right or wrong. Both could be right.
Both could be right, because some people are natural, some people need it. I think if you have no acting training, you should take at least one, just so you can like see what it takes to be an actor and what it means to act. If you have no experience. But when you get to a certain point when you're working, it could be like, certain actors, like every once in a while, you're like, I need to sharpen my skills. Or do a casting director workshop. Casting directors aren't teachers, but they hear auditions all the time, and those are the people that you want to cast you. So see what their personal opinions are of auditions. And that's what, maybe like some casting directors, maybe they don't like it when you ad-lib. Some like it when you ad-lib. Maybe some like it when you add pre-life. See what they're looking for and build a relationship. That's another thing we didn't talk about a lot. Like, you could be the best actor, but if you don't know how to like navigate yourself in the industry, you won't be heard. So that's another lesson for another day.
Pro tips, baby. Pro tips. Don't oh Lord, getting good with your casting directors or networking as well.
Be genuine, be a good person, because we will weed out the ones that are just there to like, who aren't good people. Like, a lot of voice actors I know, almost all of them are great people, nice people who love their craft, people who are nerdy, people who like just love to entertain people. And yeah, just be a good person, be nice to everybody. You never know, that audio engineer that you held the door open for, or like bought some coffee, could be a director one day, and he remembers you. Or that PA, that you said hi to, they'll remember that later on. So be respectful to everybody.
Yeah, it goes. I swear to God, it goes a long way.
It does. Just being kind, just being a good human being. No egos. Take the egos away. It's noise.
Because who wants to? Pardon me, I'm gonna curse a little bit. Nobody wants to work with an asshole. Nobody wants to work with an asshole. It's not a goal anywhere that you are in this world, unless you're a bouncer. But that's not what we're here for. Okay. I'm putting this out there for y'all. Are there any more questions? Any more thoughts? Is there anything that anybody wants to learn more about Cedric himself? I'll give you guys like 30 seconds. I'm gonna pick one more question from the last live that we did. This is for you specifically, beyond the games, do you want to do any writing or directing? And that is from G Carmona 3.
I would love to direct one day. I actually did direct an indie cartoon before. Ended up getting nominated for an NAACP award. But like,
wait, name drop, please. What?
Hold on, it's been a while since I've been a couple years. Let me look at my IMDb.
Oh my God.
it was my first time directing, so like I am open to it. I would love to write, but I don't know how to write. I mean, I dabble in character creations and stories and stuff, but like I've never actually like written a script before. But yeah, I'm definitely open to directing one day. Like I enjoy the creative process in general. So yeah.
Okay, that
It
is
was
good.
called Supercilious. It was it was something that a friend of mine asked me to direct. It was and it was a interesting experience. I'd love to do it again, like maybe for an anime or a video game one day. But yeah, I'm totally down.
I would love to see it. There are there are plenty of people out in the indie space. I would know that would love for somebody to come in and direct their stuff, and I think you clearly know how to give direction. So, with that tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it has been real. We are going to close out. Cedric, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. A million thank yous for being giving us any of your time and so much of it 2 weekends in a row. Thank you for coming on Unmuted. Thank you for joining the Blerd Station family. I hope you feel very welcome. I hope that we have given you some inspiration going forward as well. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we head out?
My fellow Black folks who are here right now that are aspiring voice actors, we need you. It's not that many of us out there. The industry is waiting for you. And any chance you get to work on something, it's a privilege and a gift. Whether it's an indie cartoon, a commercial, a cartoon, a video game, no matter what it is, like we have the opportunity to play and live our dream. Not everyone gets to do that. We have the privilege to. So don't take it for granted, like the opportunities that come your way, and have fun. Don't let the rejection get to you. Try your best not to compare yourself to other people. I'm telling myself this too. Don't compare yourself to anybody. There's only one you, and you all are amazing. And everyone's voice is unique and different, and you do have something to offer, and there is room at the table for you. So just keep trying, past the rejection, past the anxiety, past like whether you can choose to go to work or go or do an audition. Like you're gonna find a way to get there if you keep going. But if you stop, that's when you'll fail. So don't ever stop.
Ooh, I love that. Words of encouragement. I love that. And that is, I swear, that is the goal of Blerd Station in general. We are not even trying, we are providing a space for Black acts, for Black talent, for Black stories. And we want to encourage everybody to come on board and basically make this your home. We are building a space for everybody to feel like they have a place to go. Hollywood is great for I don't want to say a chosen few, but we want people on Blerd Station to shine as brightly as those people there, and we think that this is the right space to do it with. With that said, please make sure that you follow Blerd Station on Instagram and YouTube. We will be having more of these types of talks with more guests. We will also be updating you guys on future projects that we have coming to Blerd Station. And yeah, talk about us. Like gush about us. Tell people that we are providing a space for the community that the likes of Hollywood has never seen. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. Make sure that you tell folks to tune into this Unmuted episode and the first one from last Saturday. With that said, thank y'all. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Be blessed.
Be blessed. Bye.